This video is going to show you how to search more effectively in the EBSCO Database Platform and how to troubleshoot some problems you may encounter while searching as well. The EBSCO Platform contains a number of really key databases for your subject field, including Academic Search Complete, Business Source Complete, CINAHL, Medline, APA PsycInfo and PsycArticles, and Education Source. To find the databases, you can either search for a specific database by name in Locate, or you can access the subject guide for your course where you'll see a full list of databases relevant for your particular subject area. I'm going to navigate to the Health Management subject guide. So from the home page of Locate on this top bar, we have subject guides. I'm going to click there. Then I will find Global Healthcare Management, which covers all the healthcare management courses. And from here I'm going to click this second tab that says Subject Resources. And we will then have a list of all the relevant databases. The easiest way to get into the EBSCO platform is to choose this first one, Academic Search Complete. You will then be asked to log in using your university email address and password. And when you're typing your email address in, after the @ symbol, you go straight into coventry.ac.uk and you must leave out the uni.dot part of your email address. When you're in the database platform, you'll notice that there's 3 keyword search bars to start with. And above that it will tell you which database you're in, so in our case it's Academic Search Complete. Next to that is a button that says Choose Databases. I'm going to click there and we can then select any other database that's in the EBSCO publishing platform which we have access to. And you can actually select multiple databases to search in at one time, which will save you time with your searching. So I would recommend always selecting Academic Search Complete, Business Source Complete, CINAHL and Medline. These should be relevant for any search that you're doing. And then beyond that you may want to decide other databases that are relevant based on the specific topic that you're searching for at the moment. For this search I'm going to leave it as the main 4 and I'm going to click OK. So the search we're going to have a look at today is the one that we planned in the search strategy video, which is the effectiveness of interprofessional collaboration practice in large healthcare organisations. So each of my different keyword concepts that I identified is going to go in a separate line of this database. So I'm going to start with effectiveness. And in order to build my alternative keyword search terms in, I'm going to separate out these different words that I came up with using the word or. And what you'll notice in this database platform is that it actually gives you suggestions for alternative keywords already, which you could use and add to yourself. So I'm going to select this one here that's got quite a lot of relevant options, but I'm also going to add in impact. So I will scroll to the end, and actually already we've got another line that's come up that's adding analysis or impact, both of which are relevant. My next line down was my interprofessional collaboration. And again, as I start to write them, I can see different suggested alternative words. And I can add any other terms that I can think of. And then I want my large healthcare organisations. And I need to think about different spellings. So for example, organisation with an S would be a British spelling, with a Z would be an American spelling. And if I do definitely want UK based, I can use specific terms such as NHS Trust, for example. When I'm happy with my search terms, I can run the search. By separating out the search terms, what we're then doing is ensuring that at least one term from our first line will appear in every journal article, and one term from our second line will appear in every journal article search result, and one term from our third line. So we're ensuring that we get relevant results because all of our concepts are included, but by adding the or terms in, I'm ensuring that I'm finding as many results as possible. The first thing that I want to do when I've got my search results is on the left hand side here, I'm going to select just academic journals and make sure I'm removing any other source type. And I also want to think about the date. So how far back in time do I want to get results from? Now I want quite up-to-date information about the organisation and interprofessional collaboration of healthcare organisations. So I'm only actually going to go back as far as 5 years to 2015. The next thing I'm going to do is above the first search result, we've got a button here that says Page Options. I'm going to click into there and I'm going to select the detailed result format and apply that to my search results. And what that will do is it will now show me the abstract of my articles, as well as the title and the keyword tags. So this helps me decide if something is going to be relevant for my information need or not. What I can then have a look at is where our search terms appear in the title, abstract and search terms. So I can have a look at where the words in bold are appearing and have a look at if they are then appearing in a relevant context and if the articles are relevant for my information needs. If I find that my search terms aren't relevant, this is when I may then want to do some troubleshooting of my actual search terms. So if I have words that are appearing in a very different context, I may need to remove some of them. If I have phrases where you have two terms, such as interprofessional collaboration, but the words are being found completely separately in different contexts, then one thing I can do is put speech marks around them, and it will then only find that as a phrase. If I'm happy with my search results, I can then start to access these journals in full text and look at them in more detail. You can also save your searches and individual articles that you're reading in the EBSCO Database platform itself. Next to each article where the title is, you will see a blue plus button in the shape of a folder icon. If you click this next to any article that you would like to save, it will turn yellow. These articles are now saved in the folder button on that top bar. You can also save individual searches as well to keep track of the search terms that you're using and to make it faster when you come back onto the database platform to rerun a search instead of typing it all out again. Underneath the search term boxes, you'll see a button that says Search History. If you click that, it shows you all the searches that you've done during this particular log-on period. So if you moved away from the computer for, say, 20-30 minutes, it would actually log you off because of inactivity and it would lose your search history. So if you are doing some searching and you want to keep a record of those terms, you need to save them whilst you're still active on the platform. It gives you a list of all the different searches you've done, and above them is this button that says Save Searches Alerts. You can come into here and give that a name, so I will call it Collaboration, and save that. And then the next time that I come onto this platform, if I'm just on the home page, I can select all the databases that I want to access. And then if I want to access either previously saved articles or searches, I go into this folder button at the top. It will firstly show me any individual articles I've saved. And then on the left-hand side in this list of options, we have one that says Save Searches. I can click there and then find my search called Collaboration, and then I can retrieve and then I can rerun the particular search that I'm looking for. On the left-hand side, you will see quite a number of refining results options. So you can click into some of these tags related to subject terms, and these actually relate to the subject terms underneath the articles. So you can select these in order to narrow down your search results. However, you might actually just prefer to add those terms into your search terms if you haven't already got them in there, as some of the subject tagging isn't fantastic for all of the articles, and you wouldn't want to remove anything that was relevant. You may also want to use the language filter just to make sure that everything that you get is in English. Most things that we have access to are in English, but you will get a few things that aren't. One of the other filters that I would say to be more careful with is the geographical one. Again, this relates to the tags underneath. So if there isn't a geographical tag, even if something is UK based, if you use the Great Britain tag, it would remove those articles, for example. So I would actually recommend using search terms related to the geographical location as a search term line. And at the very bottom, it will show you which databases your results have come from. The type of searching we've just done there by using the OR and the AND operators is known as Boolean operators or Boolean Logic. So the OR symbol between the alternative search terms increases the number of relevant results that we receive. And the AND ensures that all of our concepts are included in each of our results, meaning that the search results that we get are more relevant. Some of the search hints and tips that we've just looked at then, we talked about phrase searching and using speech marks to make sure that individual words are only found together as a specific phrase. You can also use truncation, which is where we use the star symbol to represent different word endings, where we have the start of a word where multiple endings would be appropriate. So here we've used manage with a star symbol after the G. We talked about different spellings, especially between British and American English. We talked about not using the geographical filter, but using those as search terms instead. And the other thing to be aware of is that we can actually edit and improve our search terms as we start reading. So don't worry about getting every single search term right from the start, but as you start to look through some of those search results, you will see new terms that you can then improve your search with. Sometimes your search might not be working very well, so you might be getting a lot of results. This might mean that your keyword itself, your keywords or the topic themselves are very broad and not focused enough. But it might also mean that you're not actually using the AND concept correctly. So if the keyword terms aren't separated out into separate keyword lines, then actually some of your results may actually be larger because of this. If you're not getting enough results, it might be that your keywords are very focused, or it might be that you've not included enough alternative terms using the OR symbol. And actually, you might have selected a very specific topic to do some research on, so there may not be actual research out there on that topic. And sometimes your results might not be very relevant. So this might be if the keywords either aren't correct or haven't been correctly inputted using the different keyword search term lines, where the AND and the OR is not being used quite correctly. If you do need any support with troubleshooting your searching, you can book an appointment with myself from the subject guide page.